everyone, it's time for music class. Let's tap and wake Pete. Here we go. Pete, Pete, join our song, join our song. Come on out, and tap along, Let's listen, do we hear any ticking yet? I don't hear Pete. Let's try that again. Make sure you are tapping and make sure you are singing along. Here we go. Pete, Pete, join our song, come on out, and tap along, Let's listen again. Do we hear Pete? I do hear Pete. Let's take a look and see what he's up to today. Oh, look at Pete. He's in the recycle bin. Do you see him in there with all the cans and bottles? We're going to talk about Earth Day today and some things that we do to help protect the earth. And one of those things is recycling. Let's see if we can tick along with Pete. Get your hands tapping. And stop. Here we go. I'm going to switch the tempo. See if you can match Pete. This time with your slow taps. And freeze. Great job. Ready? Not too fast, but follow Pete. See if you can go just like him. And stop. Excellent. So you can see this symbol. I'm sure you've seen this on other places. The sign for recycling. Here's another picture of it. So we're going to talk about 3 things that have to do with recycling. One is reduce. Reduce means to use less of something. So maybe if I'm going to the grocery store, instead of getting a plastic bag, maybe I bring my own bag that I can reuse. And that would reduce the amount of plastic that I'm using. Same if I would use maybe a reusable water bottle instead of a plastic one that I would just throw away or recycle. So that would be reduce, use less. Another one is reuse. So maybe you would wear your sister or your brother's clothes after they grow out of them, if you have an older sister or brother. Or maybe you would make something out of something else. We're going to talk about that a little later. And we've done that in other lessons where we've made some instruments out of something else. We reused it and made it into something new. The other is recycle, and there's some things that we can recycle. One thing is plastic. So this is a plastic water bottle. That would be able to be recycled. What's this one? It's a jar. It's kind of hard. This one is made of glass. I have to take my glass to a separate place to recycle. I'm not sure if you have to do that at your house. This is a can, like a metal or a tin. A couple of different kinds of paper. Here's a newspaper. This was an oatmeal container. It's made out of cardboard. That's something that can be recycled. So probably you do that at home. Another thing you can do is compost. When you have food scraps like banana peels, apple cores, you can put those all in the compost bin. So we're going to sing some recycling songs today. And the first one goes like this. Reduce, reuse, recycle, it's very easy to do. It's simple to remember, recycle what you use. Separate glass and paper. Separate plastic and tin. And put them in their places in the recycling bin. So in the song, we're going to name some of those things. See if you can help me name these. What was this one? Glass and paper, and then plastic. In this song, we're going to call this tin, because that rhymes with recycling bin, which is the words at the end. So we sing, reduce, reuse, recycle, it's very easy to do. It's simple to remember, recycle what you use. Separate glass and paper, separate Separate plastic and tin, then put them in their places in the recycling bin. Maybe you could help me sing along. I'm gonna put these in an order so we know what comes first. Glass, then paper, then plastic, and tin. So I'll kind of point to those, so that'll help us with the words. Remember, the first we do those 3 R words: reduce, reuse, recycle. It's very easy to do. Then we say, it's simple to remember. Recycle what you use. Okay, you help me sing. Reduce, reuse, recycle. It's very easy to do. It's simple to remember. Recycle what you use. Separate glass and paper. Separate plastic and tin. Then put them in their places in the recycling bin. Okay, we're gonna sing a song about sorting the trash. Sometimes you need to separate things that are recycled. Like I mentioned, I have to put my glass, I have to take my glass to a separate place. So let's take a look at all these different recycling bins and see what's inside. This one says organic. Can you see what's inside the bin? I think I see some food scraps. So that would be where all the compost would go, all the food scraps. What about this bin? What's in there? It says plastic. So I see some plastic bottles and containers. This one says glass. And I can see some different glass bottles in that bin. What about over here? Metal. I see some cans and even a tool, a little wrench in there. What about this one? I see paper. You can see even a cardboard box, some newspapers, a milk carton. So we're gonna sing a little song and you're gonna help me sort all of the recyclables in the song. So I'm gonna start with, we'll start with this one. I'll hold it up so you can see. I've got a bottle, where does it go? It's made of plastic, where does it go? I have a bottle, where does it go? Let's sort out the trash. So where does my plastic water bottle go? In here? No. What about this one? Oh, yes, I see plastic things in there. So I'm gonna put my bottle in the plastic bin. Very good. Let's try another one. I'm gonna take, the can. Can you see the can? I have a can, where does it go? It's made of metal, where does it go? I have a can, where does it go? Let's sort out the trash. Let's take a look. Does it go with the food scraps? No, we already found the plastic. What about with the glass bottles? No, how about down here? Metal. Yes, I see some other cans in this one. Let's put it in here. Good work, everybody. Let's try another. Here's another bottle, but this one is made of glass, kind of a jar. Let's see if you can sing along too. We sing, I've got a jar, where does it go? And then it's made of glass. See if you can sing along. I've got a jar, where does it go? It's made of glass, where does it go? I have a jar, where does it go? Let's sort out the trash. Let's see what's left. Food? No. Let's see. How about this one? This says glass, and these match my bottle. So I'm gonna put it in the glass bin. Excellent. So far we found something plastic, something metal, and something glass. So we still need something for our compost bin and something made of paper. So let's take a look at this one. Oh, what is that? You see that? It looks like an apple core. So let's sing and find out where our apple core goes. I've got an apple core, where does it go? It's leftover food, where does it go? I've got an apple core, where does it go? Let's sort out the trash. So, I see a banana peel. I even see another apple core and a watermelon rind. Let's put it right in the organic bin. Perfect. So what should our last item be made of? We found some food scrap, we found plastic, glass, metal. What is left? Paper. Let's see what this one is. Oh, looks like a cardboard box. Cardboard is a kind of paper too. So let's think, I've got a box. Here we go. I've got a box. Where does it go? It's made of cardboard. Where does it go? I've got a box. Where does it go? Let's sort out the trash. Well, we already know where it goes, don't we? Let's put it right in our paper bin. Excellent job sorting all of the trash. All right, we're gonna play a little recycling game. So if you have a bin of some sort, I have a laundry basket. It could be a box or a bucket, big bucket, whatever you have at home. Put that in the middle. And then I have some little balls. I'm gonna count out 10 of these. And I'm gonna put them in the bin. I have 1, 2, you help me count, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. So I have 10 balls in the bin. We're going to pretend that these are cans that we're going to recycle. So I'm going to dump them out. Make a big mess. Oh my goodness. So one thing you can do to help keep our earth healthy is to clean up the trash. And of course, we would never throw trash on the ground. That's not where it belongs. But we're going to pick up the trash and put it in the recycling bin. So we're gonna sing. You can kind of tap along with me. No cans in the bin and one went in. Recycle, recycle. So we all recycled and added a can. Let's add another one. You put one in, and now there are 2. 2 cans in the bin and another went in. Recycle, recycle. So we all recycled and added a can. Find another one, put it in. How many are inside? Can you see? 1, 2, 3. 3 cans in the bin and another went in. Recycle, recycle. So we all recycled and added a can. Here comes another one. There were 3, we added another. Now there are 4. 4 cans in the bin and another went in. Recycle, recycle. So we all recycled and added a can. How many do we have? Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cans in the bin and another went in. Recycle, recycle. So we all recycled and added a can. We had 5. We're adding one more. How many? 6 cans in the bin and another went in. Recycle, recycle. So we all recycled and added a can. Now we have 7 cans in the bin and another went in. Recycle, recycle. So we all recycled and added a can. How many? 8 cans in the bin and another went in. Recycle, recycle. So we all recycled and added a can. 9 cans in the bin and another went in. Recycle, recycle. So we all recycled and added a can. We have 9, now we have 10 cans in the bin and another went in. Recycle, recycle. But, oh no! No more room in the bin. It's full. Excellent job. All right, we're gonna play some instruments today. So I have 3 of my recyclable items. I have a can and a jar or bottle and some paper. So we're gonna pick some instruments that kind of remind me of the sound of each of these items. So we're gonna sing, and you can sing along once you get the words. We're gonna sing, here the can go, crunch, 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 crunch. Here the can go, crunch, 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 recycle for our earth. So we need a crunch, crunch, crunch sound. So if you look closely at the can, it's got some bumps on it. So if I hold it and rub my stick across, makes a crunchy noise. I can do that on this instrument. This is called a Wiro, and it has that same bumpy feeling. And I can crunch, crunch, crunch on here. So if you don't have a Wiro at home, but you do have an empty can that has those bumps, you can use a stick or a spoon or a pencil to crunch on your can. We're also going to do the sound of a glass bottle. So if I ring this, it has a really hard sound, doesn't it? And it makes a little bit of a ringing noise. So I brought my cowbell to make that hard kind of ringing sound. So if you don't have a cowbell, see if you have an empty jar that's pretty sturdy. You ask your grown-up to help you to find something that would be good. And I'm just tapping. I don't want to hit it really hard because glass can break. And glass is dangerous when it's broken. It can hurt. So you have to be very careful with glass. We're going to use some paper too. Paper doesn't make much noise, does it? It makes kind of a swishy sound. So I'm going to use my sand blocks. We've seen these before. They have a little bit of a rough feeling, so when I rub them, it's a soft swishing noise. So if you don't have sand blocks, you can kind of crumple some paper to make that same sound. All right, so we'll start with our can, and we sing, hear the can go crunch, crunch, crunch. And every time we sing the word crunch, we're gonna crunch on our instrument. Okay, so make sure you have an instrument or a can and a jar or something hard sounding like my cowbell and something for the paper, or use real paper if you don't have an instrument. Okay, here we go with the can first. Hear the can go crunch, 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 crunch. Hear the can go crunch, 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 recycle for our earth. Now do the bottle. Hear the bottle go clunk, 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 clunk. Hear the bottle go clunk, 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 recycle for our earth. This time we're gonna say the paper goes swish, swish, swish. So find all the swishes and play along. Hear the paper go swish, 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 swish. Hear the paper go swish, 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 recycle for our earth. Nice work, everybody. This time, let's see if we can, instead of singing the words crunch and clunk and swish, let's see if we can just play them on the instrument, and we'll keep our voices quiet on those parts. So we're still looking for those words and playing them on the instrument. We're just not gonna sing those words. Here we go, starting with our can. Hear the can go. Hear the can go. Recycle for our earth. Did you find all the crunches and play along? Nice. Let's try that one more time with our can, and then we'll move on to the others. Hear the can go. Hear the can go. Recycle for our earth. Now the bottle. Hear the bottle go. Hear the bottle go. Recycle for our earth. And now the paper. Find all the swishes. Hear the paper go. Hear the paper go. Recycle for our earth. Nice. Okay, for this next song, we're also going to use an instrument, but you can choose whatever instrument you'd like to play. So I chose the drum. And this song sounds like, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. So we're gonna do a little tap, tap, or if you have something to shake, you can shake, shake on that part. But we're gonna change the words a little bit. This is about picking up litter. Have you ever heard that word, litter? Litter is another word for garbage or trash. So in the song, we're gonna sing, if you see a piece of litter, pick it up. If you see a piece of litter, pick it up. You will make the world look better if you pick up all the litter. If you see a piece of litter, pick it up. Let's see if you can try that with me. And we're tapping on those places where our voice takes a little rest. Here we go. If you see a piece of litter, pick it up. If you see a piece of litter, pick it up. You will make the world look better if you pick up all the litter. If you see a piece of litter, pick it up. Let's see if you can sing along with me a little bit. I know those words are a little bit of a tongue twister, but give it a try. Here we go, and tap, tap along also. If you see a piece of litter, pick it up. If you see a piece of litter, pick it up. You will make the world look better if you pick up all the litter. If you see a piece of litter, pick it up. Awesome. Give yourself a clap. Okay, my friends, for our parachute today, we're gonna spread it out. So if you have a blanket at home that you can use, that would be great. I'm gonna pretend that my scarves are pieces of garbage. I'm gonna make a mess. I'm gonna throw them all on the parachute. And then as we sing our song, we're gonna shake the parachute. And then whatever garbage flies, we're gonna have to go pick it up, clean it up, okay? So we're gonna hold on to the parachute, we're gonna shake it. We'll see if we can get some of that garbage to fly. Okay, here we go, shake your parachute. This is the way we clean up trash, clean up trash, clean up trash. This is the way we clean up trash to save our Mother Earth. Oh my goodness, I made a huge mess. Look at that. So now I'm gonna clean up the mess and put it back on the parachute. This is the way we clean up trash, clean up trash, clean up trash. This is the way we clean up trash to save our Mother Earth. Excellent, let's try that one more time. And make sure you've cleaned up all your trash. Don't leave any on the floor. Okay, here we go, make it go up and down. This is the way we clean up trash, clean up trash, clean up trash. This is the way we clean up trash to save our Mother Earth. One more little piece. Excellent. All right, we'll clean up one more time. Here we go. This is the way we clean up trash, clean up trash, clean up trash. This is the way we clean up trash to save our Mother Earth. Make sure, oh, some of it is hiding underneath. Awesome, I think we got it all. Great job, everyone. I wanted to talk a little bit more about reusing. We mentioned that at the beginning of class. And actually, we've been doing that for months now. When we make instruments at home out of things that we find around the house, that's reusing things, and that's a great thing to do. For example, if you remember, we made a wave drum, and we used little sprinkles and plates. We made a tambourine, and I made this out of some bells that I had and some paper plates that you can shake. I also just have a bunch of random containers, and I can turn any of these into a drum, really. Listen to how they sound different. Here's one made of cardboard, and they're all empty. This is made of plastic. This one is made of plastic also, but it's a different shape and size. So let's listen to these drums and see how they sound. I'm gonna turn them over and just tap, tap, tap. And here's this drum. Little bit of a different sound, and then here's another. So they all have a kind of a different way of playing, don't they? So see if you have some containers of different sizes at home, and you don't have to use a mallet. You could use just a spoon or a pencil or something like that to tap. So I also have a shaker that I made. There's some seeds and little beans inside, and I just made sure I put the lid on very tightly. I can make a shaker. You can also do that with craft beads. These are beads that you'd use to make jewelry, but you could also put them inside, whoops, and put the lid on and make a shaker out of those. Let's hear what that sounds like. So you can experiment with putting different things inside. You could even use rice for a different sound. We already took a look at the can and how we could make a scraping sound. I could do that with an empty bottle too that has those bumps. And then one more thing, I have some rubber bands in this empty tissue box, and I can use my rubber bands If I stretch them over that opening, I can make a guitar. Let me try another one. And also you could use different sized rubber bands to make some different sounds. Do you hear how they sound different? So you can experiment with those. And also if I pull them tighter, listen how high that got. So if I make it looser or tighter, I can change the pitch also. So I think it would be fun sometime if you have a bunch of stuff laying around, just see if you can turn it into an instrument or two. See what you can do. Okay, everybody, we had so much fun today singing about recycling, but it's time for Pete to go to sleep. So let's sing our good night song. Here we go. Good night, Pete. Good night, Pete. Good night, Pete. It's time to say good night. Good night, Pete, and happy Earth Day, everyone.